Hey beasties, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Super 7 Count Orlok action figure. Now I'm really excited to get into this figure. It's actually my first Super 7 figure. I haven't purchased any before, so this will be my first encounter with them. Also, I happen to really love Nosferatu. Ever since I watched it last year, it has been on my mind for such a long time. I think that's mostly in part to Max Schreck's portrayal of Count Orlok. So before I continue to ramble, let me go ahead and show you guys the box. So the front of the box is actually a separate piece. It'll slide up, and it's obviously the classic Abbey window with Nosferatu peeking out. It's all done in red and black colors. See, there's some skulls at the bottom. There's a lot of nice blood detailing on the window as well. There's a singular rat up here. Nice. And then there's more Abbey windows on the side. Looks like there's a boat on the side of this window. And then a moon up here that's red. It's like the water also has some red detailing as well. And then on this side, looks like it's the castle itself. My box actually came in a bit damaged. Kind of a bummer, but it happens. So, yeah, you can see the castle there through this window. And on the back it just says Nosferatu. It's a little rat in the A. That's really cute. Contents, the Super 7 logo. And then the top, I believe, just says Ultimates because this is one of their Ultimate figures. Now on the bottom it says Nosferatu. And it has ages 14 up here. And the Super 7 logo again. So if we turn it around and remove this slip cover, this is one of my favorite details so far about the box. I have already removed the slip cover at least once prior to look at the figure. And I love that they put this on the back. It says, of vampires, terrible ghosts, magic, and the 7 deadly sins, out of Belial's seed appeared the vampire, Nosferatu, who lives and feeds on human blood. He lives in terrifying caves, tombs, and coffins. These are filled with god-damned soil from the fields of the Black Death. And then turning it around, you can see there's some wood detailing with more rats. You can see the figure from the window. I mean, it's technically a window. It's a coffin window, but it's pretty nifty. You can see he comes with an array of different hands. There's some keys, 2 different head sculpts. Very excited to get him out of the box and find out what these figures are like. Another little ratty boy down here, I think. Let me go ahead and pull him back so you guys can see a full image of that. So give me just a second and I'll be right back and he will be out of the box. Alright, so I am back and he is out of the box. So this Nosferatu figure does come with 2 interchangeable heads and 3 sets of interchangeable hands. So let's go ahead and take a look at those first. Now obviously this is the black and white figure. I think Super 7 has an in-color version. I don't know if I purchased that one as well though. So looking at his first set of hands are these open hands. It's extremely long nails, although there is some minor box damage as you can see. You can see the signs of decay on the end. There's something oddly green on the inside of this one. I don't know what that is. There's those. And then he has a set for holding the key ring that he comes with. They also have the very long nails. But there's a spot where he can hold them. So there are those. And then the last that he comes with are the closed fists, which are all the way closed. Now, I'm not sure if this is because of the way they're in the box, but the nails on these are bent at a pretty hilarious angle, as you can see. Yeah, there are those. And then the head sculpts, all 3 very, very minimally in terms of his facial features, which I think fits because in the movie he's not really that... He doesn't really go through that many facial features. I don't think he can at the time with the makeup that he was wearing. So we have these 2, which the only real difference is that the mouth on this one is slightly more open than this one, and there's a hat. In terms of paint application, though, I definitely think this one has a much better paint application than the other. You can see there's a lot more detail on this one. Although I do think there are some spots where there's not supposed to be that much, like this little spot here, and his chin looks a little darker than it's supposed to be, but still looks pretty good. You can see his teeth. There's that one. And then if we take a quick look at the head with the hat included, see it's pulled in the back there. There's a spot where you're going to attach it. I'm not going to be doing that on camera because I know I'll make a mess of it, so we're just going to be taking a look at him. Now the biggest difference with this one for me that I noticed when pulling it out is that the eyes on this one are completely different from both the main head sculpt and that secondary one. They're much smaller than those two. I gotta say, I kind of like this one a lot more than the other two. Yep, there are those. And then he does come with two accessories. One of those is this little key ring with these silver keys. They actually move, they're all separate. And this piece here is actual silver, I believe. Or at least metal to the very least extent. I like these. I like that they're all separate and that they move on their own. There's that. And then his last, and I gotta say best accessory, is his little rat buddy. Look at the little white teeth. I do wish they had painted the eyes, but you can definitely see there's some spots where there should be eyes. So I may go through with some paint later on and fix that. You can see there's little light gray spots all over him to signify where it's lighter in color, like his tail, his little feet, the insides of his ears. There's little spots of some, looks like glue almost right there. I'm not sure what that is. Overall, this is a nice little rat. I like that he comes with one. There's some more of that shiny stuff. Even though this rat probably has the Black Plague, I love this little guy. He's adorable. Okay, and then if we move on to Count Orlok himself, go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Move myself here to get us in a better position to look at him. You can see the face is definitely not all that different. Just like the others, it's got basically the same paint application. Got his tufts of hair, his pointed ears. The eyes on this one are definitely not the same as this one. You can see they look a little more wild. And then if I compare it to this one, they look about the same. Maybe even a little smaller than this one. All three of them are different in their own ways. I like that. But anyway, moving on. He's wearing a very nice button-up coat with tail in the back. You can see the button detail here. And you can see all of the clasps on the front. You can see his, look like a cravat in there. It's kind of hard to make out the detail. I'm sure once I remove the head I'll be able to see it better, but this is all one solid black piece, going all the way down to his pants and his shoes. Thankfully the shoes are a different shade of black so they don't blend in with his clothing. But yeah, there's his outfit. And then his hands are really nice. They're these very long, almost dagger-like fingers. There's no nails on these ones, like the other ones. This is all just his hands. And they also have that very nice gradient into the gray. They're almost skeletal looking. How nice that is. Wow. And then, like I mentioned, he does have his little lace-up shoes down here. And there's a spot on the bottom for a stand. I don't know if Super7 has stands. If you guys could let me know in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. I definitely want to display him. So then let's take a look at his articulation. So he does have movement at his head. He can't lift it up or down, I've noticed. It just goes side to side, so there's not much movement there. I don't think he has anything at the waist or chest. I know his elbows can move. Let's see if they go out. A little bit. They'll probably get better with time. And then there appears to be a joint here as well, so you can swivel the arms. And then a joint in the elbow. And I'm assuming wrist. I'm afraid to put too much pressure on that because it is very small. And then moving down, there's some movement at the hip here. Zoom out a little bit. There's some movement at his hip. And he has one joint at his knee. That doesn't look the greatest, but it's not too bad. And I'm don't know if I can swivel his shoe around, so I'm assuming there's some minimal articulation at the ankle down here, but probably not a whole lot. Anyway, let me go ahead and stand him back up. Myself back to where we were when we started. And with that, guys, that is my review of the Super 7 Ultimates Count Orlok. If you did like this video, go ahead and leave me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified of all my latest uploads. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!